Focus.
Y'all ready? Cheers, cheers. We are here. Happy Thursday at 7 o'clock on a Thursday. Welcome to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm a little bit relaxed, but you know, I can't cheers on my own. I got my co-host back in the building.
I'm back.
Hi.
What's up? I had a blast in Charlotte. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I need to know about all that. And we have our special guest back in the building. RJ, how you doing?
RJ in the house.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, we're hoping she'll be a regular back here, you know, on a regular basis. Barbie says hi. Barbie. So guys, we got to talk about a lot, but I got to tell you something. This is why I like to be early. Do you know, walking up here, my shoe broke.
No.
But you do have some cute backup.
I do.
Yes, she do.
Got to have a backup.
got that.
Yes. So we're going to talk about a few things. You know, I need to know about this proposal. That I saw. I saw this proposal.
The A-Rod and J-Lo. That's correct.
But
the A-Rod and
this
J-Lo proposal.
I saw on social media a man down on his knees with the ring in his hand and her like this. You know that cry?
Who's her?
You.
Me.
Yes. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about Pastor John and his wife, Aventer. That's how you say her name, right?
Aventer?
Yes.
Yes.
We want to talk about that. If you haven't heard what's going on with them, then, you know, he's a pastor and, you know, he was talking about having an emotional affair. So we want to talk about, is that the same? Is the emotional affair the same as a physical affair? Is it just all in the same boat or what? You know, and
That's
then
interesting.
yes, so we got to talk about that. A-Rod and J-Lo are getting married. Woohoo! J-Lo engaged for the 37th time.
Oh man.
Yes.
This is it though. This
That's
this
what I
is
think.
it.
I think this
This
is it.
is
This
it.
is definitely it.
She met
I
her
hope
match.
so. I hope so,
She met
because
her
we gotta talk about that rumor too. Somebody was trying to, you know, mess it up already before it gets going. So we're going to talk about all of that. When we come back, I want to hear your comments. Send me a message, okay? You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. We'll be right back.
They said if J-Lo get one more ring, she'll have the same as she'll have the same as Michael Jordan and Tom Brady. If J-Lo get one more ring,
that's jacked up. This is it. She is done. Hey, sometimes you know.
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing me seeing the soft.
about 7:25, you come back at 7:30.
Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something.
7:30 crazy.
Oh, come on, answer it already.
Because it says 7:30. Okay.
That wasn't
Okay.
enough. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Power. He's got
So what you do when you go out at 7:25? When you get down to that? When you get down to that?
to help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at
Speak
Power
up.
108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening.
What you trying to say? Hold up. Wait a minute. I'm having troubles here. What you trying to say?
Because you got that wet beach look.
Right.
Okay.
You just came from
I
Destin.
got the wet and go.
I know.
I got the wet and go.
Jahira got the
Oh, Myrtle Beach.
Yep. Keep those
Coconut
pesos.
hair. I mean coconut oil in my hair.
Jahira got the beach look, looking like she just came from Florida.
What up, Orlando? Hey, Miss
Yes.
Hart. What up, Damien? Diane, Jennifer.
Shout out to Jay Huff. Jervis.
Hey, Jarvis.
Aubrey. Sound design, Jazz. I know what you're gonna say. Don't knock on the
IKEA. It's just IKEA.
loud and obnoxious. I went short. Did you see?
I see, because they were super long.
Yeah, I went short.
You ready?
Ready. Welcome back to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I got my ladies in here, my co-host Jahira
What's up?
and RJ.
Okay.
So, ma'am, Miss Jahira,
That's me.
yes, I need to know about this proposal. Are you about to get married? Do I need to start planning a wedding?
No.
What happened?
I'm not getting married. For the record, what this has taught me is people that are on social media do
Mhm.
not read captions.
This is true.
They just look at pictures and videos and like and congratulate and do this, that, and the third, and they don't even read what
This
the
is
captions.
true.
The caption stated that we're getting married and we're so
other
happy to different people.
Yes, but you said to
But
different
to
people,
different
though.
people.
But you said, because I read it, I didn't say, I did see all the people that said congratulations. I was like, reading is fundamental, okay?
Yeah.
But you said to other people.
Yes.
So who's the other person?
Whoever God sends is my way.
So you were basically saying we're not meant for each other in terms of marriage. So we're going to marry someone, but we won't be marrying each other.
Like, that's my boy. That's family. Like, I've known him for 20 years. So that's
Oh,
not
so,
even
okay, so
like
this is a
that
best
at
friend.
all.
So y'all
Yeah,
were
like-
messing with the peoples, basically.
Yeah. It was his idea. It wasn't mine. It was not my idea.
Well, it might have been his idea because maybe, you know, he had been, you know, they
No.
say best friends make the best couple.
No. We're not best friends.
Good.
I want to say he's more like a brother.
Oh, you put him in the friend zone.
Okay. It starts off with him being the brother. Friend.
No. He's there. He's not going to change ever in life. Those that know, I mean, I had people call me
Yes.
because I've known him from Miami. People
Okay.
in Miami were calling me, asking me, "Yo, Ja, what?" I'm like, "What are you talking?" People I haven't talked to in months were like, "Yo, what's this about?"
Oh my goodness.
I was like, "Come on, man."
is he with
Little,
someone?
little.
Is he
He's
dating?
dating.
I was gonna ask
Same
that.
thing.
Now, if you guys aren't married, both of you, let's
Nope.
say in the next 5 to 10 years, would you
Would I be
all?
to
Would
him?
both of you then possibly sit down and have that conversation?
Y'all are looking at
It
me.
might.
I'm looking in everybody's
it might
eyes.
be
I'm
overdue, but
I'm
The
gonna sip on
answer
this.
is no.
okay.
Never.
Okay, wonderful.
Well, we
Ever.
talked
So
about that.
we
RJ.
got that out. That's done.
We talked about this on a previous episode because I feel like if you've been friends forever, I don't think you all of a sudden 27 years later, you know, oh, I'm madly in love with that person.
No,
all of a
they
sudden out
probably
of
would be
nowhere.
mad in love, but
You make it work.
I'm telling you, tired of looking. Tired.
No, I'm not gonna. I have had friends when I was younger that I would say too, when I turned this age, if I'm not married or if I don't have any kids, let's go ahead and do this.
That's because so
I've
many young women
discussed
do
this.
say that to their best boyfriend boy
Gotcha.
Friend
Yes.
guy,
Mhm.
yes,
when they're young. It's true.
Yes.
Well, I can see that. I can see that working. But I do have a question. Okay, so this wasn't a real proposal,
No,
but what's your dream proposal, ma'am?
man. You know, to be honest with y'all, I don't know what my dream proposal is.
Ooh.
Ain't that interesting?
Really?
I've thought about a wedding, where I want my wedding to be, how I want it to be, all this, that, and the third. But I've never thought about how I want to be proposed to.
What about you?
Okay, so
Here we go.
RJ.
for me, and because I'm so colorful, you know, you think that you know, my fantasy would be colorful, and it used to be. But no. For me, my perfect proposal would be the proposal that came from the perfect guy. And so
Yes.
that's on point for me to have it's one thing to have a proposal, but it's another to have the proposal from the right man.
That's right.
And
I agree.
So that would be the perfect proposal. Him down on one knee. I don't care if it's on top of Stone Mountain or right in our foyer.
Right.
Proposing to me, that is the perfect proposal for me.
I know
You
that's
know what?
right.
That's it. I was thinking more like of a location and all this like
Gotcha.
that. Yeah, but what she said, I 100% agree with. Yes.
Well, I was proposed to twice. If you know me, you should know by now. I've been married before. So the first proposal was all elaborate at the sundial and, someone's singing to
Swirling
me my
around
favorite
the city.
song, which, yes, by Tony Terry. When I'm With You, that's my favorite song of all time. And the down on one knee as the elevator's going down.
Wait, were you in the elevator?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Could you see the skyline?
Yes, you can see
The
the
sun was
skyline
setting.
and the song
Yes.
was going, all of that fancy stuff. And then we were supposed to go to like a lounge, or something like that afterwards, which we did. But all my friends were there because they knew about the engagement and stuff. Okay,
Mhm.
but then we were divorced in 2 years, so yay to that. But my husband now of almost this 2019, so
Yes.
we'll be married 9 years this year.
Ooh.
And you
That
know what
time
his
flies.
proposal was?
It was
In the closet.
It was very.
In the what?
It was very. You know what? It was probably one of the most memorable proposals.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably very simple,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely.
and it was extremely heartfelt and
Yes.
very genuine.
It was, but it was
I wasn't
nothing,
there.
But it was nothing
I'm just-
romantic. It was.
Hey, and I listen. Yes,
Did
and I
he
get
even
that.
have
It's okay.
Tell us.
So
Tell us.
okay.
okay.
What happened?
So we were probably, rocking Isaiah to sleep or, or
it, I love
something
it.
like that.
Uh-huh.
And, we had, of course, talked about marriage and things like that.
Mhm.
But then he said he had his phone and he was looking at the calendar and he said, how about we get married on, this was random. We weren't talking about marriage.
Hold on now. I want to hear what he had to say.
He said, how about we get married on the exact day that we met last year?
That's what I'm talking about. Now, not only did he see, he didn't even ask.
Yeah, no.
He really just said, okay,
this is what we doing.
Yeah.
He basically made a direction.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Okay. But he put a date on
He
it.
put a
He
date
put a date
on
on
it.
it.
He was
And
serious.
and it was a date that you all would never forget.
Never ever
So
forget.
now he can't forget.
Okay.
The anniversary.
Never forget. But you know what? This was the original ring, and it cost $200.
And it's a beautiful
And
ring.
I wear it. When I upgraded, I didn't want to give it away because it was
Can't give it away.
so, means so much to me.
Yeah,
Because when we
absolutely.
first got together, we were trying to make it happen. And rebuilding life, together. We both were transitioning. He was moving back to Atlanta and things like that. So it means a lot to me, so I keep it,
You have to keep it.
but oh yes, play my
Yes.
song, Tony Terry.
Yes.
Play it.
Don't make me
So
cry.
but you know what? We're talking about these dream proposals. And who would have known, this panel of 3, our dream proposals really, aren't what
Are
you
simple.
think
Men,
they
take
may
notes.
have been.
Are simple.
Yes,
So when we
yes.
come back, I want to talk about a new engagement, a new proposal. J-Lo and A-Rod.
Oh.
They getting merged, y'all.
They
I wonder if it's gonna be
heels.
fancy again. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit more when we
Repadale.
get back.
You got to say allegedly.
Oh yes,
No.
allegedly.
No.
So crazy. You're listening
we're
to the
claiming it,
Unbroken
right?
Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. We'll be right back.
I saw it today.
Hey, Steph.
I was like, aha. He's cute too. He's handsome, I should say. I'm about to get me a senator.
What did Wendy say? He'd get you a count. Overseas, get you a count.
I don't know, the politicians, ooh, that's a whole different beast.
That's like being a first lady.
Yeah.
That's too much. All right, so let's come back. I'm talking about J-Lo and A-Rod, of course. Talk about that later.
Where'd you get that? Huh? Imagination, yeah. Oh, really? That's hot. I love it. That's something I would have like in my room. See? See? That's hot. I love it. He's in Colorado? Oh, wow. Ooh. Can't mess with that weather.
It's right here. That is crazy. Okay.
You ready, light skin?
I'm ready.
My wife, this song that's about to come on, my wife said it must be played at our wedding.
Ooh, I wanna do it.
22 years ago.
Ooh.
23 years on November 17th.
Which one? Oh, yes. My brother, my proposal, it's a good one. So silly. It worked 9 years later.
You ready?
I'm ready. Hey. It's not genuine.
Yeah.
If y'all listen on Facebook, I hear genuine. Welcome back to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. On Power 108.9. Listen to her in here. She trying to get her a man. Hey, yes. A mess. In here playing genuine. I'm about to pony up on it.
This Michael McFadden song.
Okay. Michael's wife said, play that. Okay,
At
set the
my
tone.
wedding.
Set the tone. So let's get back. All right, so we're talking about proposals and weddings and all that kind of stuff. Have you all heard? I'm sure you guys have heard that J-Lo and A-Rod are getting married.
Yes.
RJ, how do you feel about J-Lo getting engaged for the first time? I think it's 6 or 7, 8, 9.
Well,
Okay, the fifth time. Fifth time engaged.
Well, I am excited
Okay.
for Lady J-Lo because, she's hot, and at her age,
Oof, yes.
to still, look fabulous. It's hard to be in that age group and be fabulous. But no, I'm really excited for J-Lo. It seems that they really, really match up. And you know what? I think for the first time, guys, J-Lo has physically met somebody that's her match. When J-Lo's on the screen, your eyes go straight to J-Lo.
Right.
And even with her exes, your eyes go straight to J-Lo.
Right.
But when she's standing next to A-Rod, I never really paid it attention until they got engaged. And when they were standing there and all these pictures, my eyes kept going to A-Rod. And I said, that's interesting. She finally has someone, who can not only share, but still,
on her
the
level.
spotlight. Yes.
All around. What
And
do you think?
listen,
Okay.
A-Rod has had his share.
Yes.
Let's not forget, A-Rod has had his share. He's done his thing. He's had his women in the past, all of that. So my thoughts are, finally, they both have met their match.
Right.
Finally.
I know.
I don't think, now, this is his first, right? I want to say, or second.
I feel like
Because
it's
he's
second.
only had, to my knowledge, he's only always had a girlfriend.
Gotcha. Okay.
And for him to see him actually propose and put somebody there, it's just amazing to me for him.
Okay.
And then for her, I just know she's like one of the she's just a hopeless romantic, and she just was looking for love in
She
all
said
the wrong
that.
places. But she
Well,
finally met him.
You know what? I don't think she looked in the wrong places. I think she just went with her heart, and she was
Yes.
okay with that. And she
Mhm.
didn't leave
She
like
usually
broken
just,
and
usually
like
just
I agree with
goes
burned,
with her
like
heart,
mad.
whether
Yeah.
they're young,
I
it doesn't
agree.
matter.
And she gonna
dates
go
who
with
she
that?
wants to
Yeah.
date.
And when
Mhm.
she done with that, but not done like off with you. You
And
know.
then I hate to say it, y'all, but she do remind me a little of me when it comes
Well,
to that.
She remind you
Lord.
Because
of
she
you?
gives people a try. Yeah, she
Yes.
gives people, like, for instance, she knew Mark Anthony back when she was working on her first album.
Mhm.
Who we all know she was working with Diddy Puff
Right.
at the time.
Mhm.
And then was with Puff at, for however many years. They broke up. She goes to Ben Affleck, then goes to Mark Anthony.
Right.
So it's
Right.
like,
Because the dancer guy was
she's
after
giving,
Mark, right?
Yeah, she's
Okay.
she gives people a shot.
Well, I still think
Ooh.
there had to be something there. But I can tell you with Mark Anthony, J-Lo was on his vision board. J-Lo was on his vision board. I saw an interview before he actually
Mhm.
knew J-Lo like that.
Mhm.
And he was talking, like, oh, I just love her, blah, blah, blah. And then it came to fruition.
So A-Rod was married,
Okay.
2002. Cynthia Scrutis.
Okay.
They got 2 kids together, 2
Those are
girls,
his daughters.
and they
Okay.
they broke up in 2008. But A-Rod has also dated Madonna,
Cameron.
Cameron Diaz. He also was with the 23andMe CEO Ann Washicki,
Okay.
who was the ex of the co-founder of Google.
Mhm.
Got
See,
it.
So,
he's
Mhm.
been
He's been
around.
around.
He's got
He's
his,
been around.
But
Now-
you just don't hear about him like you hear about
Like,
J-Lo.
right.
Well,
Well,
it's
of
J-Lo.
course, yeah.
Now with Mark, they not only have history, they share the same culture. They share
Yes.
the same language. They
Boricua.
they matched up in a lot of ways. Ben Affleck, in my opinion, she didn't really match up well with. And with Puff Daddy, that's when J-Lo, her music
That was
was
New York.
was different.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she was dating, Puff Daddy, and his music was, the same kind of music she was doing. And when she switched over her music, she wasn't with Puff Daddy no more, and
Right.
she was with Ben, and that
That's
completely.
when she started doing movies a lot.
Well, and that's when the backside was a lot bigger too. And with Ben
Yeah.
Affleck, I just don't think the lifestyle
I gotcha.
transition into his lifestyle.
Why Eddie over here talking about on FB says don't do it, A-Rod?
Oh,
not
you
cool.
don't be a hater.
That is
Who was
uncool,
that?
Eddie. What are you talking about?
Come on,
Yes.
Eddie.
So
Come on.
can we agree that we are team J-Lo and A-Rod in
Team
here?
I am with
J-Lo.
it. I am
Oh.
with it.
I'm so thankful that we are on one accord for once in our lives. Okay.
It
Okay.
happens.
So the next thing, I got a question that I want to talk about when we come back is, what do you do when you have a really good friend that's dating someone that you don't like at all?
Mhm.
I mean, at all. I want to
Mm.
hear your comments.
Mm.
I want to hear your comments. And also, when we come back, we got a scenario for you at the 7:30 hour. We're going to present a scenario, and we want to know, if you haven't Google 7:30 crazy, Google 7:30 crazy, so you'll know what we're talking about. We're going to hear a scenario. We're going to decide, is this 7:30 crazy or not? We'll be right back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Beloved. Yeah. She said hello.
What's up, Carl? What's up?
Hey,
Baby. Marcella.
Talking to my
Bring back
boo.
a
James.
I know you hear
Terrence
me.
Carter, Brian, Dave. What up, Dave? Miranda. Hey, girl.
Looking
Hey.
for you.
Trying to think of something. We
Greg,
gotta
what's
get a
up?
little-
Thanks for tuning in.
I gotta think of something. we can-
Oh,
Carl, you supposed to be
For your
here.
7:30
You
party.
should
Yeah.
be
What's
here.
that about?
You missed it. We talked about the proposal in Charlotte.
0 point.
baby.
Oh, that's
Going
my
in.
dinner? Is that shrimp?
Uh-huh.
Shrimp and collard greens? Wait, huh?
Shrimp and green beans.
Okay, so
Why they gotta be collard greens? 'Cause I'm black.
no. I love collard greens. Oh, he was saying yes. I did. Oh, sorry.
I did go on the side.
Oh, you probably, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta just turn it down. Yeah.
Uh-oh, it's gonna be a party, y'all. Oh. I'm saying that now. Let me see. The volume is off. It's on mute.
So you know what?
Oh, she didn't say.
Down.
Oh,
That part down.
yeah.
You have to push it
This
down.
part here. You had it up.
That's silent.
So let me tell you. No, when the first rang, I had it right, and I did like this.
Gotcha.
I don't know nothing about that phone.
Okay, so listen.
Oh.
Look.
When we come back,
Texting me.
Shout it swing my way. Sure look good to me. Won't you please swing my way? Shout it swing my way. Hey, see, you know. Give me a track, I got it. Gonna drop my phone when I saw that. Should I put it on this side? Is that easier? Whatever's easy for you. I don't want your fork and stuff to be damaged.
hey sis.
Mhm.
One sec.
Are we refilling or are we done? Ooh. Are we done?
Ryan is, whenever you get a break, Ryan is downstairs. Whenever you can.
Wait. Let me let
At
Greg
the
know too.
door. Hey, what's up, Reese? What up, Leo? What up, Gregory? Michael? Thank y'all for tuning in.
Hey, Cindy.
Yes.
Our director of production engineering at Power 108.9 wanted me to let you know. Tell Cindy she did a good job teasing the next segment when she went to break.
Look
Yeah,
at
she
that.
did a
Look
good
at
job.
you. Look at God.
They are listening.
Thank you.
They are listening.
Oh,
I
gosh.
get emotional.
Uh-oh.
You got this.
Just remind her about when she broke that damn heel, though.
Man, it wasn't
Oh,
the heel.
stop it. Why you had to do that?
But you know it can't. They can't let you be too great. Okay.
I know. It's like,
Right.
Jesus.
You know that's what brothers do to you.
You ready?
Bring it on down. Yes, I'm ready.
We like play cousins.
Cause. Ryan said, so he'll go before we start.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant.
Welcome back to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. You better play some CeeLo. I love him. I love his music. His music is the best. Okay. All right, y'all. So I want to get into this conversation, RJ. I want to get into this conversation of what do you do when you have a really good friend who is dating someone that you just don't like, or you just know they are low down. RJ, I'm gonna tell you. I want to hear what you got to say first.
Okay. First, I want to say it depends on the level of the friendship.
Okay.
It depends on the level of the friendship.
No, but I'm talking about this is either blood or like a really good
Extremely
friend.
close.
Yes.
Sister.
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 Yes. Yes.
Okay, well, we don't play with that.
Okay.
We don't play with that. If my close sister friend is dating someone that I know, now it's one thing for me not to like them,
Okay.
but if they match up together and they are happy, I'm staying out of that. I know my place,
Okay.
and I will find a way to work with him because I love her.
Okay. I agree.
So I'll start there. Now, but if he is abusing her,
Yeah.
okay, if he's doing anything that will cause harm to her or her family, I don't play with that. I will step up. If I find out he's married, or he's just not being truthful in a matter that I know that will not just physically hurt her, but really hurt her emotionally,
Right.
then yes, I have to come to her. She's depending on me to come to her.
Okay.
So yes, I definitely will come to her
All right, Jahara.
and state, my position.
What would you do I mean, I've
So,
been in that.
I was
I've been
gonna
in that
say-
position before.
I was gonna say I've been in that position before.
Okay.
Shoot, and in the reverse position too. Um, it's if my friend asked my advice, I would be honest
Okay.
at that point. If I'm asked for my take on it,
Okay.
my thoughts, then I will reveal that. Until then, I have to honor and respect their situation because it's not mine.
It's very
Now,
true.
again, like you said, Cindy, if he's being disrespectful, if he's harming her in any way, anything of that nature, then I have to vocalize that.
Yeah.
But until that point, if she's happy, if he's happy, if they're happy together, it's nothing negative like that going on, then there's nothing. I mean, it's not me. I'm not the one in the relationship. So I
Right.
have to honor that. Like, I gotta respect it.
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, I have over the years.
And we can talk about that.
I have
We
over.
can talk about
Well, no, over the years, I have.
me.
You, oh no! I know you got
Because I
it.
have, yes,
I know you got it.
have, yes.
But I know for me, when I have my close friends that I don't have a problem if it's someone that I don't care for too much, as long as they're not abusing them or just out there in these streets just running around. But where I have a problem is when my friends come to me and talk so bad about them all the time. And I'm like, I'm your friend or I'm your sister. So, so I'm gonna be like, what we gotta do, where we gotta pull up, what we gotta do to stop him from making you feel that way. But then next week they back together. So I have learned that I will say how I feel the
Right.
first time. The second time, I'm going to listen a little bit,
Mhm.
but my words are going to be short. It's going to be like, oh my goodness,
Mhm.
that kind
Yes,
of
they are.
Now-
She knows.
Now, yes.
And then after that, that's it. Because I'm like, but you want me to be around this guy? You want me to be around this guy and just give him hugs and, hey, how you doing? But you done told me just all kinds of bad things about him and expect me to emotionally not be upset when I see his face. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
No, I understand. Like because when we say sister friends,
Okay.
We all have different types of sister friends. We all have different types of friends. My
That's
sister
true.
circle is like that. It's tight. It's
Right.
tight. And with that sister circle, we are all accepting of each other's spouses and partners.
Right.
And for some reason, I am, and I know y'all out there, y'all hear me, go on and laugh, okay? Because I am always a go-to person. As soon as they get someone, they have to bring them to me first.
Yes.
They bring them right to me first. I
Yes.
want you to meet them first because they know I am a spiritual discerner.
Mhm.
Hey.
Spiritual discerner.
Okay, so
Yes.
now I know.
And
Okay.
and
going to
I
her
have
first.
never been wrong. I've never been wrong. And so that's why I said, my sister friends, and because that circle is so small, we really depend on each other for a lot of stuff. We really are sisters. And if they're I haven't encountered where they were in a relationship and it just was really, really foul. But when we're talking outside of talking about relationships and things like that, it's been told to me and they tell me, listen, you let me know because I might be missing something. But one thing I will say, I always take care of them with care. I always watch what I say and how I say it. And Syndy can testify to that because
Yes,
she's
indeed.
been in that position
Oh.
where, where she's come to me.
The difference is,
yes,
I actually listen.
she
But
listens.
because I know she be right. The only time I didn't listen was the very, very first time, back when I was
Yes,
17, 18 years old. And I was like, are you serious? I am going to marry him. He is the love of my life for life. Okay. And then everything that she said happened, I really began
You learned
to
quick.
listen,
You
to
learn real
listen.
quick.
And it's and it goes back to what we were talking about last week. When you have women in your circle, strong women in your circle, listen to them, listen to each other, and help build one another up. I'll
What you
say
got,
that.
Jay?
Let me just say, this is so wrong, okay?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Lord.
Y'all out there talking about J-Lo and A-Rod still, saying J-Lo almost tied with Jordan and Tom Brady 5 rings. Man, if y'all don't get out of here with that BS,
Okay, I'm gonna need y'all to get one. Okay, just get
kick
one.
rocks.
Now
Okay?
they've only been together for two years.
I don't know.
They've
I think
been
it's been 2
together for
years.
2 years.
But I love their family.
I know some people. We were talking about this, and I know some
That's
folks
me.
think
Yeah.
that's long enough.
That's
I don't
long.
think it's long enough at
Ooh,
all
that's
to really
long.
get to know someone. If you're like married for a lifetime, you know, I personally, I think you just need a little bit more time, especially in her case, because she's had so many failed engagements.
Well,
Mm.
I think 2 years.
Engagement. She
Two,
didn't say
2
marriage.
years is definitely long enough. We ain't going past that.
Did y'all hear what she said? She said engagement, not marriage.
That's too long too. We might as well go on and get married. So listen, when we come back, we're gonna do that 7:30 crazy. I want to know if y'all think this scenario is 7:30 cray. Okay, you're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back. Oh, the husbands
It's
are
Jim
here.
Hey, I was supposed to invite somebody. I didn't know. Well, it's just the two of us, so I could have called somebody to come up now. Y'all should have warned me.
Oh wait.
Look, don't feed me wine now.
No, that's right.
Don't give me that wine. What you trying to say? What up, RB? Good. How are you? Hi.
You know, I came the 3-pointers.
You know
We got you covered.
Yeah.
So he got room. He got room.
Talking to your wife.
Hey y'all, the
I gotta set up some sessions.
Menzies.
I'm turning 40 in April 26th. And I'm going to Santo Domingo, so I gotta get right.
Now, what part of Santo Domingo are you going?
Gorgeous.
Where are you going?
Oh, both of you are welcome.
Yeah.
And you can.
I told her I know I want to come. It's the end of April. I want to go, but I told her it have to
from
be
April
last minute.
27th through May 4th.
Okay, that's a great week to go.
We loved it.
It's a great week to go.
I'm so excited.
So you'll come back with a deeper tan? Oh, my
I
tan is
just got
fading.
back from Jamaica. in
Ooh,
January.
that was nice. What part?
I went to Montego.
Oh, okay.
Montego Bay.
All right.
I love
You've been just doing your. I love Jamaica.
Well, you know.
Yes,
I was
yes.
born in Puerto Rico.
Oh, I love all, you know, of course, the islands, all of them. I love it.
I was trying to go to Costa Rica,
Mm-hmm.
but it didn't work.
Oh,
So I
okay.
gotta
Well, you
make
have to
that
go
trip
there.
another time.
Yes.
But it's in my,
And
it's
you
on
look
my
Costa
dream
Rican.
board.
Yes.
I get Venezuelan.
Well, when you go, he, you know, looks like he can be from there.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. When you go, we really all do look alike. I know. I get it all the time. All the time when I travel.
Dominican,
That's fine.
Bounce, baby.
Bounce.
You know it's not 7:30.
Yeah, we're working. We're gonna work. This is the first thing.
We're gonna work on the timing, sis. We're working on the timing.
We need you to
Hey,
get one of those big clocks.
No, you don't need a clock. You don't need it. This isn't V103 or Hot 97.5. We're going bigger than that.
Oh.
Thank
I'm sorry.
Thank you. You ready to come back?
Take
I'm
that.
ready.
Take that. Aww.
Okay, y'all.
Y'all man's is loud back there.
Oh, okay. No, we on break.
Mute.
But we about to come back.
We're gonna mute him.
Oh. All right.
Welcome back to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. So, listen, Linda, listen. Mira, Linda. Okay, RJ,
Yes.
you got a scenario for us that we want to know Do you think this scenario is 7:30 crazy? Hopefully you guys Google so you know what that means. That just means this is cray cray. Okay?
Okay.
What you got?
Y'all, so I'm riding in my car and I'm listening to the radio. And is it Big Tigger with the station?
Yes, Big Tigger.
Okay. So I'm listening to the radio, and of course, everyone's talking about the scandal, the school admissions.
Oh yeah,
scandal.
we're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to that.
Right.
And he mentioned, he called the students who have these rich parents that were getting into school. He called them sugar babies. And so it sort of got my attention. I said, did he say sugar babies? And because I was, going through the stations, and he sort of captured my attention. So let me listen a little more. What is a sugar baby? And then he mentioned a site that had absolutely nothing to do with the school admissions, but it was all in the same conversation. I remembered, and it says seeking.com.
Oh,
so I said, well, what does that have to do with sugar babies? Now this cray, because this 7:30 cray. And I just found this out about 2 days ago. So I decided, well, let me go on this site and see what's going on. And
here we go.
I was surprised.
I want to know.
So this is a site for sugar babies per sugar daddies. This is a sugar mama, sugar daddy, sugar son, and sugar daughter website.
Can I find someone on there?
You possibly can, because they have
sugardaddy.com.
They have the pictures of the sugar daddies. If you want to be a sugar son,
wait,
are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
What is this
They have
site?
the pictures if you want to be a sugar daughter.
Jahara want to know what's the
Okay,
site.
and they are saying there are no strings attached.
But how you got-
this is an ideal relationship because you get to basically, you get
taken care of.
customize the relationship the way you want.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what?
Even with the sugar daughters, they're saying, hey, if you're in college and
Sugar daughters.
and
that
you
sound a little creepy.
it was
Creepy. Creepy.
it was when I saw it, it
I won't
honestly
say
it
no
just
names.
took me by surprise.
So wait,
So
go
I
back
figured
to
we bring this up for 7:30.
I think that's 7:30. Crazy to the 10th level. What about you? Oh no, you want to go on sugardaddy.com.
I'm going on the site. I want to
No
see.
way.
You said is it
So
sugar
when
daddy or seeking.com?
Seeking.
So when you go on the site,
Seeking.com.
and it's going to ask you if you're a man or a woman.
Okay.
Who you want to be. You want to be the man or you want to be the woman today?
She gonna be the woman. I want
You want to be the woman?
We walking through this right now.
Okay.
Seeking.com.
I'm gonna be the woman?
So
Okay,
you're going to be the
I'm the
woman.
woman.
All right. And you're a woman. You want to be a sugar mama?
No.
you wanna
Nah,
be a sugar
I'm looking
daughter?
for a sugar daddy.
She wants
You
to
want
be
a
the
sugar
sugar
daddy?
daughter. No, so she wants to be so she need to be the sugar daughter.
Is that a sugar daughter? Yeah, I'm a sugar daughter.
confused.
I'm confused.
Because if I'm a sugar daughter, I'm giving money to my sugar daddy. I'm,
I think
I
that
want the
this
money.
site has taken the online dating to a whole new
But
level.
you know what? There are people out there who really want a sugar daddy, a sugar mama. I guess it's the sugar daughter or sugar son sound a little creepy to me. But there are people out there who want a sugar mama, sugar daddy, and they just making it easier.
You know what? You have people out there who want to be the sugar mama.
Exactly.
And they want to be the sugar daddy.
Yes.
well, that's who I'm looking for. Any sugar daddy, sugar mamas out here that I
Listen,
know?
seeking.com, honey.
I'm
Seeking.com.
seeking.
But listen, speaking of sugar daddy, I see somebody in the building from back in the day. I can't wait. But okay, so speaking of sugar daddy, somebody's birthday. Somebody's birthday
It's
is
your
today.
birthday.
We have to shout out, the owner of the station, Power 108.9, our engineer, our producer, a little bit of everything.
Oh, really?
His dad's birthday, Papa Mike. Papa
right.
Michael. He is
Aw.
70 today.
Happy
birthday, Daddy! Woo, woo, woo.
Is he a
That's
sugar daddy?
the way that picture he showed me, he was the cat daddy, okay? He was out
He
there.
was doing it back in
He
the
was
day.
out.
He was on Motown back in the day.
Uh-huh.
So
Hey,
that's
hey,
what that-
What was he
Okay.
doing?
he was in the Dynamic Superiors.
Are you for real?
Yes.
Don't be lying.
Oh yeah, he was.
I believe it. That picture you showed me, he was out. That was
Doing
cat
it.
daddy. That was cat
Doing
daddy.
Go, shawty. It's your birthday.
Oh, I already
Go,
know.
shawty. It's your
Hey,
birthday.
with a plaid suit and a big car.
Okay. I know that's right. So listen, we gotta go on a break, but I want to talk about, you know, the I want to talk about the sugar daddy, sugar mamas some more. Are you older? Today, ain't talking about that kind of young, okay? But we're gonna talk about that a little bit more when we come back on the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9.
Let's go. What's up, the vet? What up, Gerard?
Okay.
Seth, what's happening? Michael,
Hey, Cindy
welcome
B.
aboard. Who else on here? Who else? Seth, I think I shouted you already.
Cindy B.
Richard, Jason.
So what we'll do
Jeffrey,
at
Michael.
55,
Where we
no,
at?
no,
Is this the
at
last break?
57,
Lewis,
we're going to go until 57. No, we're going to go to
Donald,
56.
Michael, Greg.
We're going to go to 56, and then we're going to just bring Ann in,
Yes.
and then you hand it off to her.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Say, hey, Ann, what you got coming up? It'll be real quick. You do her first,
Okay.
and then you start to do your segmenting out. And then by that time, it'll get us to the top of the hour, and then we'll bring Ann on real quick. She'll do her intro, and then we'll get her
Before
out.
you come in
Yeah.
there.
All right.
So is this the last break?
Yes, be your last break.
Right now, we're on the last break.
Yep.
Okay.
You need
Right, so-
you need 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
We might. This thing.
Excuse
It's
me?
gonna get expensive, but we need to.
It's not expensive. It's very affordable.
It is affordable,
Very affordable.
but it's still
And
expensive.
just FYI,
We're on break, the last break right now. When we
Uh-huh.
come back,
Hey.
you can finish up your combo.
okay.
We'll bring it to. You can go to about 55. So you
Okay.
got
I
8
don't have a
minutes.
timer that I'm looking at.
You got
so-
8 minutes.
Okay.
So
Oh,
you got
that's
8
fine.
minutes.
Okay,
Yeah, you got
okay.
8 minutes. So come on, stop wasting your time talking to me.
Okay.
And
okay.
and just
Get with it.
FYI, tell her I'm coming. I guess that's for you, Jahira. Somebody said you're coming up since you had nobody to come see you.
Oh, thank
Yeah,
you. That's
yeah.
what's up. I got
Okay,
love.
so then when you give me the cue,
Somebody
I
loves
say
me in
what
the hood.
No, you're just gonna say, hey, when we come back, we're gonna wrap this thing up.
but I thought I was supposed to introduce Anna.
We're gonna bring her in. I'm gonna go get her.
Right. But I'm not saying nothing about that.
Yeah,
Just
when
say-
you come back. No. When we get to the
He'll
last
cue
break.
you.
Yeah,
This
when we
is
get
the
to
last
last
break, right?
Well, no, you're doing this break, and then you're gonna have a short
short
one,
break.
and
Right.
then come back. When you leave, when you go out of this one, you're gonna say, "Hey, it's it's
Mhm.
the Unbroken Experience." When we come back, we're gonna wrap this thing up and leave it at that.
Yeah.
And then when you come back on, Ann's gonna be in here. And you say, "Hey, Ann, what you got coming up at 8?"
Got
And
it.
she'll go real quick, and then
Gotcha.
you wrap up the show.
Got it.
So, Michael.
Okay.
Yes,
Your name is the brand. Come on, you ready?
Yes.
Y'all don't get put on punishment.
Welcome back to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. Okay, we coming. This hour goes by so fast, so I gotta get in the rest of this conversation about sugar mamas and sugar daddies. I want to know, RJ. Okay, so tell me, how do you feel about if you're an older man dating a younger woman?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about anything creepy. I'm just talking about it's just a big
Absolutely.
gap,
Yes, she
okay?
is.
Or or vice versa. Older woman, dating a younger man.
I think again, I think it's about matchups.
Okay.
I think it is about matchups. You have men who are, older but slightly immature,
Yeah.
and he may match up very well with, a woman who may be 10, 12, 15 years younger.
What's too creepy? What's
well, we know too creepy is
not the young. I'm not talking about young, like inappropriate.
no, you're talking about everybody's grown, everybody's an adult.
Yes.
Well, now creepy. Now y'all know what creepy is. Creepy was when you see them visually and it's just creepy.
Yes.
It's just creepy, and that's when he's just granddaddy. It's just granddaddy. And yes, and she's, possibly in her 20s.
Like
when
Anna
you know that
Nicole
there's just
Smith.
absolutely no match up there.
Like Anna Nicole when she was
Yes.
dating the guy in the wheelchair.
Exactly.
Like
You
Hugh
know.
Hefner.
Now let me say this. Leo DiCaprio, watch yourself. Because he
Who?
has not
He's so handsome.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He's so handsome.
Well, it's not that. It's just he has not been married, and
Yeah.
he will not date anyone, over 24 it is years old. Everyone's been under 25 years old. So when you're 24 and a half,
He is by.
all right, you got 6 more months before it's bye-bye. And so, we don't, Leo, we love you, but we don't want you to be the old
So I
guy
don't
with
have
the
no
24-year-old.
I don't have a
Leo,
chance.
did you know Leo's 44?
I actually
Yeah,
like him.
yes, I know
I mean,
he's in his
attractive.
40s, but if he hasn't,
He look like he's short.
he's been a top
You
bachelor for
right.
many years.
But I know that don't matter to you.
I mean, short is cool, but he looked like he's short. Leonardo.
Most
Mhm.
actors and actresses are.
Leonardo is actually 6 feet tall.
He's not.
He
no,
is.
he's not.
He's tall.
Leonardo is
I got a
6 feet
shot,
tall.
except I'm not 24 nor
No.
23.
That's
nor
okay. That's okay. It might change. He's seen you. Okay. So
I'm
I have a
old.
question. So Jahira, did you hear about Naomi Campbell and dating a significantly? Don't you know that story?
I sure do.
Tell me about it.
Okay, and before we switch there, I just want to say, honey, because I know y'all heard the tea.
What's he?
Oh, about Sean Puppy Combs.
No.
Now, I'm not
And wait,
saying
what?
nothing. I'm just saying.
What happened?
Okay, so Steve Harvey's daughter,
Oh.
Lori, Miss Beautiful Lori,
Yes.
she's 21 years
Yeah.
old.
Yeah.
She used to date
His son.
Puffy's son.
Mhm.
Right.
Uh-huh. And so they've been
Chris.
seen together,
Who's they? Who's they been seen together?
Lori and Sean Puffy Combs. They've been seen together.
Lori and Puff.
That's right. At a
No.
spot, at a club in Miami. And so
She probably wanted some dad advice for her son.
possibly, and we'll leave it just like that. We'll leave it just like that. And the only reason they even coupled them two together is because she's been known to like older rich men, and he's been known to like
But wasn't
younger
she
women.
dating the young boy from Virginia?
Trey
The,
Songz.
Trey Songz.
Mhm. But
And
they
then-
broke up because she was with another man. Like,
But around the same age though, right?
Mhm.
She was dating. I don't even think they were exclusive. See, that's what I talk about with that whole dating thing. Like dating doesn't mean exclusive. Like we need to have a conversation here,
We have
So
to have that
so
come on, relationship
you
coach.
know, so
Right.
that,
Dating
people
doesn't mean exclusive.
exactly. But there are a lot of people, both men and women, who think that who define dating in their own world, and you ain't had you don't got my permission to put me in a
But
relationship.
listen, if I'm
Mhm.
with your son, I'm not gonna be with your dad. Like I mean, if I'm with the son, I'm not gonna be with the dad. That's
I don't
gross.
think that they would do that. I don't think that's it. But you
I
know
hope
what? When
not.
you're out in the media like that,
But you'd be
people try to spin it.
surprised.
I
People
mean, I
spin
get
it.
that, but I don't think Steve would let her do that.
Steve,
Now,
think like a man, Steve.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
but he's not like I don't.
now
I
let's
can't
talk about Miss Naomi
Yes,
Campbell.
please.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you know we love Miss Naomi. Oh,
Come on.
Made me think of something else
Come on.
that I wasn't even thinking of.
Okay, but we need
Okay,
to-
so now we all know Naomi Campbell got a new boo.
okay.
That she is also allegedly pretending not to be with.
Who was this new
Because-
boo?
we don't know.
And
It's
you
just
know
a
what?
picture.
And I don't know his name off the top of my head, but
But we
he
don't
is
know
her
him.
young boo. He's in his 20s. They
Get
have
it,
been
girl.
seen every time they're seen sitting together. She's turned this way as if they're not together. But obviously, they pinned them together. And then when she was asked, she was actually on one of the talk shows, and when she was asked about it,
What'd she say?
Naomi, she just looked like this. She says, I don't discuss my personal business. And so
Nope.
it was so cute, but you
Sure
can tell that
doesn't.
she really likes this guy.
Okay.
Now,
How can you tell?
let me say this. Oh, okay.
Just from her.
No, I
demeanor.
watched her. When I watched
the
her,
show?
you can see it in her eyes, her smile, her whole demeanor. She really likes this guy. But here's the thing. Now, remember we were just so we were just talking about what looks kind of, freaky or
Mhm.
okay. Now we know Naomi, she's beautiful,
Mhm.
but how old is Naomi? Like 50 now?
I don't know, but she's
She's in
gorgeous.
her
I just
50s.
or late 40s. I just think,
She's not in her late 40s.
She's
She
in
got
her
to be-
fifth. She got to be in her.
I'm gonna have to
50s.
Google that one.
okay, so
But
I
she don't
just
look
think
Google
that
it.
Naomi Campbell, in my opinion, would, I think she just need to choose, men that, matches up with her because
Wow.
Naomi hasn't been married. I don't know if she has any children.
She don't
And
know.
she's in her late 40s, early 50s.
Yep, she's
And
48.
she's beautiful, very successful, very smart businesswoman. And yes, I would love to see, Naomi Campbell find someone that matches up with her.
I
It
don't
looks
think
like
that he
J-Lo
is it.
has found.
She's
I don't think
hard,
that he is
though.
it. Yeah, I don't think he's it.
Hard.
But
Well,
I've
no,
dated
that's what I'm
a
saying. I
younger
don't- this
man
guy's too
before,
young. I
honestly.
absolutely
y'all.
don't think
Like
that
in the
he's her
past
match.
year, I dated a younger guy. He was like 27, 28, but I realized real quick he's just not much. He wasn't mature. Like that's what I
Well,
learned
I think
about
she
young
would have
guys.
already
they're not,
known
they're
that.
not that
Right.
bright.
Oh, do you have children?
I have a dog.
And
Yes.
that's why you didn't know.
But didn't know which
I wanted to
That's
give it a
why she
shot.
didn't know if he was going to be mature or not.
But you didn't date him too long, right?
No,
Yeah.
not at all.
Now,
It was like
I'm
a
not
month,
saying all
if that.
27-year-olds are immature because we all know better than
No,
that.
but
We all know better
no,
than that.
because when I was in my 20s, I didn't want to date anybody in my 20s. Period. And
I've
if you were,
always-
if I was in my 20s and you were like 30, 31, I was like, oh, you kind of lying.
I've always
And
dated
I feel
10
the same
years
way.
or
If you,
older
yes,
for me.
I
and
10 years
prefer
older.
because
Yes,
that's
yes.
where you are from the neck up,
That's right.
and that's what's important.
That's right.
Now,
So
Naomi Campbell.
we got to wrap this thing up, y'all. This hour goes by so fast.
We
We
need
got to
more
wrap this thing
time.
up when we come back. All right.
All right.
We're going to wrap it on up. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9.
Whose phone is that? What's up? Mika, Maurice, John, Ty, AJ, the vet, love you, Dia, darling. What happened?
I said, what made him not mature? Who y'all said wasn't mature?
The guy that I dated. The guy that I dated. What made him immature? What made him immature was the topics that we would have. That's what made him immature.
Oh, your mic is on.
Yeah, my mic is on. The topics that we would have, the things that he was concerned about, like that's what made him immature. It wasn't. He was still too busy, like concerned about other stuff. Like I was like, whatever. Enough. See? See?
She could use this right.
Yes, y'all, I'm drinking. I love you more than that. Mwah. We gotta talk. PR. He. I can't even say Johnny. He.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's been here. Welcome back to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. At the 8 o'clock hour is coming up. And Boo, what you got for us?
I'm in the building and I have a surprise.
Ooh, I loved the surprise. I saw it. Tell us.
So tonight we're talking about what do men really want.
They don't know.
You know, women, we spend lots of money on books, movies, trying to figure out what men want. So I have a guest on my show tonight who's going to speak up for the fellas, and we're
Okay.
going to go deep.
Oh,
Ocean deep.
deep, okay. So
Get it
listen,
in.
I want you guys to tune in. Stay tuned. Don't disconnect anything like that. You're listening. You're going to be listening to Boo's Views, the Naked Truth at 8 o'clock p.m. Make sure you tune in to my show, The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9 every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. with my co-host Jahada Arias.
That's me, y'all.
And RJ. Okay.
She coming back.
Make sure you follow me on at The Unbroken Experience, at The Unbroken Experience, and at The Syndy B. That's everywhere, my website and everything. Jay, tell us where they can find you.
You can find me on IG at I am Ja, JAHARIAS.
I am
Y'all
Ja
got lost
Arias.
with all them
I
A's,
am Ja Arias. Okay, and then we're going to get Miss RJ on the social media, okay? We're going to get her all the way together. I'm going to get her all set up, okay?
I know y'all want to follow me.
I know.
I'm
We
ready
love
for you, too.
y'all. We love y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And stay tuned to Whose Views, The Naked Truth. We'll see you next week. Peace.
Peace.